Hey everyone. So, continuing the series on common contradictory drawing advice. This one you may have heard before. I heard it a lot when I was just learning how to draw. And it's to remember the rules, but forget them. Remember the rules, but you should forget them. So, learn the rules and then just pretend you didn't. Right? What does this mean? This one confused me for a while, but don't worry. Today we're going to make some sense of it. Let's go. So, of course, I have to give a big thank you to every single person who supported my books, Pen and Ink Drawing Simple Guide and Pen and Ink Drawing Workbook. And to know that I've published this book 3 years now, it's insane. So I thank everyone so very much for supporting it and for using it and for sharing what you've learned. And as I said, I created this book because I wanted to give something that I wish I had when I was learning how to draw with pen and ink. And I made it really simple for a reason. All right. So hopefully you guys will find it just as useful as I had envisioned it in my head. All right. So thanks so much everyone for the support. It means a lot. So why on earth would someone tell you to learn the rules, but then tell you should forget them? Should you learn the rules or not? And if you learn them, shouldn't you want to remember them? What does this mean? Now, having a model or a set of rules or guidelines, kind of help us to have a predictable system, to create consistent results and allow certain behaviors to become rote. This way, we don't have to consciously think about each step of doing something while we do it. Imagine if you had to learn how to drive each time you drove. At some point, certain behaviors need to become rote so you can free yourself to actually expand or explore beyond that. And that's the idea that we're trying to drive here. So in drawing, what does this mean? Learning the rules or learning the standards or the guidelines, and forgetting them actually means you become so familiar with them that they become second nature. So you don't have to stop or interrupt your creative process to think about or try to remember, how or what to do each time you do it. So now let's see how this applies to some common aspects of drawing, and then you will see how this will actually make sense. There is no doubt that if you want to draw, for example, portraits really well, especially from imagination, you should at least know the general rules or standards of proportion by heart. All right. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean they apply to every face or head you'll ever draw. Of course not. But it allows you to have a model and a frame of reference to draw from. And that's what's really important. Now, when you learn these rules and really commit them to memory, this not only allows you to effortlessly construct the head almost by second nature, but it frees your mind to do as many other things with your drawing and really take it to another level creatively. So you're not belabored by thinking about the fundamentals and the basics, like where does the eyes go, or how to position the mouth, or how large should you make the ears, or but your mind is free from all this stuff to explore more advanced concepts, like becoming more perceptive and observant. So you go beyond the obvious and quickly, you start picking up nuances and subtle deviations, which makes each countenance or each person's face unique. So now you're free to create characters or try out different combinations from your imagination because you've learned the basic or standard combinations already. Now you can experiment with manipulating the model that you have learned. And you see, so you can now deliberately widen the eyes or elongate the nose or stretch the ears or squash the head. You can play with things. You're now in the realm of developing ideas and focusing on your personal creative expression. It's just that you want to be able to ultimately create something that your audience, your viewers can relate to. But at the same time, you want to push those boundaries as well. So they're fundamentally can relate to it, but you want to be able to break those rules and go beyond that. You want to give your viewers, you want to create something that has never been seen before. You want to put something in a context that is unfamiliar, but at the same time, it is based on a framework that we all know and have accepted. So that is the key balance that you want to create. So yes, you should learn proportions. You should master them. But then once you have learned it, put it aside and move on. Now, another aspect of drawing where this seemingly contradictory concept of learning the rule to forget it also applies is with anatomy. Now, it can't be said enough. Learning anatomy is important, all right? There's no doubt about that. It's especially important if you wish to really be any good at figure drawing and even portrait drawing to a certain extent, you know? Now, even recalling from my experience, when I was studying figure drawing and portrait drawing, and I realized the importance of learning at least some basic anatomy. I remember how much I felt like not knowing basic anatomy really hindered my progress in a certain way, and sometimes even intimidated me a bit from taking on certain subjects. You know, if I knew I didn't draw a certain thing well, I would be a little apprehensive about doing it. But after a while, I was able to identify what's this bump, you know, what's that ridge, what's this cavity, and so on, until I didn't need to constantly stop and figure out what I was looking at, because after a while, they were all forgotten. You know, I knew them and learned them to the point I didn't have to consciously try to remember them anymore. All right. So this is when I realized whether I constructed the figure using cylinders or blocks or whatever other simple form, it didn't matter, because fundamentally the anatomical knowledge about the figure was there somewhere in my subconscious. You know, it was just waiting to be applied whenever I needed it without me consciously trying to do so. And that's the liberating thing about learning these guidelines or principles or rules of drawing, so to speak, that they become subconscious where you don't have to consciously think about them. Now, this is the aspect of forgetting that's important in figure drawing or portrait drawing, because it means now you have learned it. You don't make it the sole objective of your drawing, you know, like I see many people do. Knowing anatomy doesn't mean all your figures should now look like bodybuilders or ripped superheroes. You know what I mean? In fact, you do the opposite. You forget it. You know, you should now make it disappear, so to speak, or make it not make it pronounced, you know, so you allow it to just be an accent, you know, to complement your drawings and not take away the attention from the idea you're trying to express. I could go on to explain how this applies as well, even to composition and design. For example, the rule of thirds, right, and other design concepts are awesome to learn and be aware of, yes. But it's important to keep them just as references and guides, not as absolute rules to consciously impose on each and every one of your drawings. You know, but I think you get the idea. So yes, know the rules, know the standards, know the steps, know the models, you know, memorize them, you know, learn them, practice them even, but then forget them. The goal is to get to the point where you don't practically have to consciously think of every single guideline or rule as you draw. You know, they should become a seamless part of your process. You know, they will just be there kind of like lurking in the subconscious, like an invisible helping hand for when or if you need them. So I hope you found something useful in this video that you can apply to your own drawings. And if you did, remember to give the video a thumbs up, guys. It really means a lot. And if you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe and to turn on your notifications so you won't miss any new uploads. And as usual, thanks for watching, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.